What's up, everybody? It's your boy Saehatha, Lugal, Abzumudu-Anutu, the streaming demon, all-purpose oracle, medium at large, and prognosticator extraordinaire, known and beloved around the world as the blind seer, coming back at you after a long absence. 3 videos deep, y'all. Give me a minute. Anyway, I'm back, and I am coming to you live from the Shieldbreakers Hall here in Utgard-Wardripheim, my home, my castle, my new fortress temple that I have been blessed with by a very good friend. It needs a lot of love, and I'm going to need a little help to make that happen. So I will be putting out more content than ever before, and I have been busy while I was away, my friends. I am better, I am stronger, I am more confident than I ever was. The readings are going to be more detailed, more accurate, more in your face and blunt. All the things that you love about me, you're about to love a lot harder. So let's get right into it. Air signs, my people, my favorite section besides the air and water. I'm Aquarius, Pisces cusp, and these are the ones that I relate to the hardest. So I like doing these. That's why I saved them for last, because I get to enjoy the last 2 videos a little more. It makes it worthwhile to put in the work to get that far. 12 readings back to back is a lot every week, on top of anything else I do. Which also today will include swapping out the agitator motor in a washing machine so that I can have a washer and dryer that both work. I don't do jumpers, okay? I know a lot of people do. I made a conscious decision to not incorporate that, just in case anyone is wondering. That way the messages are more focused and we don't get this whole scattered thing. I like to set boundaries with my guides and my spirit entities that I work with so that we can communicate effectively. I feel that's important, and not enough people do that. They are very respectful and will respond to that sort of thing. In fact, they kind of appreciate it because it makes it easier for them too. Agreed upon ways in which to communicate with each other, and that makes the communication a lot clearer and easier to interpret. So we're doing the full shuffle in every video because I haven't got to do that in so long. It feels nice. I have this whole beautiful table to work with, so we are recreating the symbolic chaos at the beginning of all things, collapsing down to the singular form, polarizing the cards as we go, recreating that Kabbalistic, hermetic pattern that the universe follows when it manifests energy. And after we polarize, we then divide. And that brings us to choice. The most important and effective, the most important thing that makes my reading so effective. So we're doing air signs this time, which means we are starting with Gemini. My daughter is a Gemini, and so are most of my ex-girlfriends, so I have a lot of history with this sign. What we want today is whatever reading will be the most beneficial for the Geminis in our audience and the Geminis in the lives of anyone watching. To the right. It looked like it wobbled a little to the right earlier, so I raised it up a little bit, let it get a stronger read, and it definitely started pulling to the right again. All right. So, Gemini, we have the Queen of Pentacles inverted. Some plans that you had didn't really come to fruition, didn't really work out the way that you had hoped they would, but you're still holding on to them, not really ready to let go of that scheme that you had going. Let's face it, Gemini, you got that whole evil twin thing going on. You were scheming. No judgment. We're just being honest about who we all are. The Page of Swords. You're going to have to let this one go, Gemini. I know that the secret mastermind in your shadow self hates to be wrong about things or hates to miscalculate. Doesn't really like to admit when you made a fuck up, but you miscalculated this time, and you're going to have to try a new approach to whatever it is that you're trying to do, because this one is not going to work. So, time to start forming a new plan, a new idea. Maybe try to avoid scheming. Sometimes honesty is the best policy, so maybe being upfront and direct could improve your approach. Just putting that out there for you to ignore. Six of Pentacles. The cards kind of agree with me, though. I'm just saying, it's going to have to be upfront and out in the real world. You're going to have to put in the effort. You're going to have to make the communication. You're going to have to actively pursue this thing that you want. You're going to have to do something about it. You can't just scheme and try to bring it to you. You're going to have to go to it. You're going to have to make this one happen, Gemini. Six of Pentacles. If you really want this, if this desire is really what motivates you, then you're going to have to put in the work to get it. That's the message here. The sooner you start forming a plan around actually doing the work instead of trying to get around it, the better you're going to be. Again, no judgment. So we're going to do a quick reshuffle because I didn't used to do that between readings. For each sign, I would just do three, shotgunned out of the deck. I'm not doing that anymore. I feel like this is a much better approach, taking a few seconds in between to reset. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of new ideas, a lot of things are going to be done differently around here. You'll get used to it. You might even like it. I know I like the new me better, and I like the new version of things better, so I expect that to be reflected in my work, and I think the audience will feel the same once you guys get a feel for it. So, we did Gemini. Next, I believe, is Libra. Yep, Libra. Alright, so let's get our pendulum, split the deck again. And we want whatever reading is most beneficial for the Libras in our audience and the Libras in the lives of anyone watching. Definitely motion to the left. Did y'all see that? My point was definitely wobbling leftwise. Sometimes you got to make a judgment call with the pendulum, and that's my call. So, Libra, Ace of Chalices, Ace of Cups inverted. Libra has some feelings they're trying to ignore. The World inverted. Libra, normally a very outgoing, very social sign. You're starting to isolate. Maybe take some time for yourself. There's these feelings that you're trying to ignore that are becoming too powerful to ignore and making you want to just alienate yourself from the world. That's a sign, Libra, that I've been seeing a lot of this lately where people are going outside of their normal routine, where signs are doing things that are the least likely and most difficult things for them to do in order to get, which, no surprise here, Six of Wands coming up again in the outcome position. There's been a lot of people trying to achieve their desires. There's a lot of manifesting, a lot of active reality creation going on. I'm proud of you guys for that. But here's the thing, Libra, and this is what I was about to get into. If you want to manifest these desires, if this really is your goal, then you're going to have to take that time to process these emotions, because emotion is the power that drives your manifestation potential. The raw emotional energy that you tap into, the feelings from your heart, are what you use to manifest reality around you. So without processing this, now if you cut yourself off from that fuel, there's nothing to drive the engine to get towards this fiery dream that you are envisioning for yourself. That fuel, that fire that motivates you has to be fueled by emotional input. So you're going to have to maybe take some time, pull a high priestess, meditate, take some time to yourself. Don't cut the world off, but maybe just step back a little bit until you've had time to go through your feelings and understand the message that's coming from that part of you. And then you'll be able to dive back in and achieve this wonderful, glorious outcome that you desire. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to move on to Aquarius. Now we're really getting into my people. All right. We'll do Aquarius, and then we'll call this a wrap. upload this one and try to bang out that last video real quick. Got a lot going on today, guys. Getting my sister's van fixed so I can go see my kids. They're in foster care, and I'm having to work around a lot of crap to deal with that. I'm trying to fix up this house. I'm trying to rebuild my business. I've been working nonstop from the moment I get out of bed until the moment I lay back down at night every day. And I have never been happier. Because I'm making actual progress. I'm putting in the work and I'm getting the results. And that's what I want. It's what everybody should want. Don't be afraid of doing the work. That's how you get the thing. Alright. Some really good readings today, guys. I'm really impressed with everybody. I'm very proud of my audience. So, what we want now is whatever reading will be the most beneficial for the Aquarius in the audience and the Aquarius in the lives of anyone watching. Definitely to the right that time. I realize this is inverted for you guys, but the pentagon is on the left side, the apple of discord is on the right. Alright. Aquarius. Justice inverted. Things are out of balance. You have been wronged. Something has been done that is not equitable. Harm is being done. Things have been thrown off, out of alignment. 8 of Wands. You, however, are very focused on how you feel about this. You are Aquarius. We don't take a lot of time to process our emotions. We don't really have to. Aquarius is such an overclocked analytical machine that we can map out that emotional territory and compress it down into a message pretty quickly. We just don't like to. It's something that we do so well that we don't want to do it because it's not a challenge. Aquarius likes to be challenged. It's not that we don't care about feelings, that we don't understand them. It's that we have a way of compartmentalizing and processing that other signs don't, and it kind of lowers the priority on that information for most Aquarius, which is a thing that our sign really needs to work through. But when we do make up our mind, when we know how we feel about being wronged especially, you will see the finest and strongest parts of Aquarius, because when there's injustice, we are the first to speak out. It's kind of what we do. The 6 of Cups. So, 6 of Cups inverted shows that the way things are right now, you're probably not going to be happy about all of the outcome. It doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want. You're actually you're going to realize that you're being motivated by what you don't want instead of what you do want, which is a thing that you need to correct, because as long as you're focusing on what you don't want, then that's what's getting all of your energy and could manifest anyway. So we need to realign course right now. We need to turn things around and focus on what needs to be done, what needs to happen, instead of what you don't want to happen. Yes, as long as you're manifesting from this negative emotional space, especially after being wronged and probably hurt, then you're going to make it worse before it can get better. And if you can realize what you're doing now and catch yourself and then make that course correction, you will be a lot happier with the outcome that you get. So, don't manifest from hurt or loss or fear. Manifest from love and peace and happiness and from a place of confidence, if you want to get the things that you really want to get. And that will be our message for today. I thank you guys for watching. I hope that these messages have been helpful. And if you would like to help me in return, toss a coin to your seer. There are plenty of ways you can do that in the valley of the description below. Until then, or until I see you again, I am so glad to be back. I am so blessed with all the things that are happening. And with your help, we will make this all work. And I will try to help you as much as I can now that I'm able to put my full attention and do this full time. I hope to see you next week, and until then, I hope you enjoyed my work.